A comprehensive guide to oil painting techniques. Oil painting is a timeless art form that has captivated artists and audiences for centuries. From the luminous works of the Renaissance masters to the emotive brushstrokes of the Impressionists, oil painting remains a versatile and expressive medium that allows artists to bring their visions to life. Its richness, durability, and ability to layer colors with subtle variations make it one of the most favored methods of painting. For those new to the world of oil painting or looking to refine their skills, this guide will provide a comprehensive overview of essential techniques, tools, and tips to help you master this beautiful art form. Whether you're a beginner or an experienced artist seeking advanced techniques, the principles outlined here will serve as a solid foundation for your creative journey. Why oil painting? Oil paints are revered for their versatility and vibrant color range. They offer a slow drying time, allowing for intricate blending and layering. This characteristic enables artists to work at their own pace, revisiting areas of their artwork to adjust colors, add details, or create depth. Moreover, the finished result boasts a rich texture and a luminosity that is simply unparalleled by other mediums. Getting started. Tools and materials. Before diving into techniques, it's essential to have the right materials. Here's a list of supplies every oil painter should have. 1. Oil paints. A basic starter palette includes primary colors: red, blue, yellow, white, black, burnt sienna, and burnt umber. As you advance, you can expand your palette with secondary and tertiary colors. 2. Brushes. Invest in a variety of brushes in different shapes, round, flat, filbert, etc., and sizes to create versatile effects. Natural bristle brushes are great for thicker applications, while synthetic brushes work well for finer details. 3. Canvas or surface. Canvas is the most common surface for oil painting, but you can also use wood panels, acrylic boards, or even heavy paper. 4. Palette. A palette is used to mix your paints. A glass or wood palette is ideal as it's easy to clean and provides ample space for blending colors. 5. Palette knife. Essential for mixing paints and creating textured strokes. 6. Mediums. Linseed oil, walnut oil, or specialized oil painting mediums can be added to your paint to make it more fluid and adjust its drying time. 7. Solvents. Odorless paint thinners or turpentine are necessary for cleaning brushes and thinning the paint. 8. Easel. A sturdy easel ensures your surface remains steady as you work. 9. Rags and paper towels to clean brushes and control paint application. Basic techniques to master. Once you have your materials, it's time to explore key oil painting techniques that serve as the building blocks for your artwork. 1. Underpainting. The underpainting technique lays the foundation for your artwork. Start by sketching the basic outlines of your subject, either with a pencil or thin paint. Then, apply a monochromatic layer, often in burnt sienna or umber, to establish the tonal values. This helps you set the composition and visualize the lights and darks before adding color. 2. Layering and fat over lean. When applying layers of paint, follow the fat over lean rule. This means that each successive layer should contain more oil, making it fatter than the layer beneath it. By doing this, you prevent the paint from cracking as it dries. Start with thinner, solvent-rich layers and gradually build up to thicker, more oil-rich applications. 3. Color mixing and blending. Oil paints are excellent for blending colors. Use your palette knife or brushes to mix colors on your palette. On the canvas, layer and blend tones to create smooth transitions, gradients, or soft edges. Blending works best when the paint is still wet. 4. Glazing. Glazing involves applying a thin, transparent layer of paint over a dried layer to adjust its tone or color. This technique creates depth and luminosity, allowing light to pass through multiple layers for a glowing effect. Use mediums to thin the paint for glazing. 5. Impasto. Impasto refers to applying paint thickly onto the canvas, creating a textured surface with visible brush or palette knife strokes. Artists like Van Gogh use this technique to convey emotion and movement. 6. Scumbling. Scumbling is a dry brush technique that involves lightly dragging a layer of opaque or semi-opaque paint over a dried layer, allowing parts of the underneath layer to show through. This is ideal for creating texture or softening edges. 7. Wet on wet. Alla prima. This technique involves painting wet paint directly onto wet paint without waiting for previous layers to dry. Alla prima, meaning at first attempt, is perfect for creating fresh and spontaneous artwork, as it requires you to work quickly. 8. Grisaille. Grisaille is a method of painting entirely in grayscale. This technique focuses on achieving realistic tonal values and is often used as a preliminary study before adding color. Tips for success. 1. Plan your composition. Begin with a clear vision of your subject and composition. Sketch your ideas on the canvas before applying paint. 2. Work from dark to light. In oil painting, it's common to start with darker tones and gradually add lighter highlights. This approach helps create depth and dimension. 3. Clean your brushes thoroughly. Use solvents to clean your brushes between colors and at the end of your session to maintain their longevity. 4. Be patient. Oil paint takes time to dry, so practice patience and allow layers to cure before applying new ones, unless working wet on wet. 5. Experiment. Don't be afraid to try new approaches or mix unconventional colors. Oil painting is a medium that thrives on creativity and exploration. 6. Ventilate your workspace. Many oil painting materials, such as solvents, emit fumes. Ensure your workspace is well ventilated for safety. Advanced techniques and concepts, chiaroscuro. Play with strong contrasts between light and dark to create dramatic, three-dimensional effects, as seen in the works of Caravaggio and Rembrandt. Broken color. Use dabs of pure color applied side by side to let the viewer's eye mix the tones, a technique often employed by impressionist painters. Sgraffito. Scratch into the wet paint with tools or brushes to reveal layers beneath and create intricate textures. Final Thoughts oil painting is as much an art form as it is a journey of discovery. With practice, dedication, and an understanding of the fundamental techniques outlined in this guide, you can unlock your creative potential and produce works of art that stand the test of time. Remember, every master painter was once a beginner, so embrace the process, learn from your experiments, and, most importantly, enjoy the act of creating.